Welcome to A Dose of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jim.
And I'm Kelly, and this is Nutmeg. She's adorable.
She is adorable. And tonight we're here to have another episode of the Covid-19 specials. And tonight we're going to talk about several different items regarding being home. And the first one is...
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago I shared with you the white lights that we had put on the front yard of our house, and we were planning on keeping the lights on 24/7, keeping the lights on until the virus is gone. Well, recently I heard people talking about code blue, so we just added yesterday blue lights and made a blue tree, just the trunk, and so now we're keeping that on 24/7 as well, because it's code blue thank you for our emergency and our healthcare workers and our first responders, because they are working 24/7 and they're exhausted, and we're just trying to show some support. And I'm going to try to get more of the neighborhood to put blue lights out, or at least put porch light, change it out to blue, just in support. But it's just the little things.
We'll put it on next door, and we'll put it on the Facebook site for our area.
Good.
Our next section is going to be about how to save on food during this COVID-19. Yep, we're going to try and save you a little bit of money with some ideas. And the first one is going to be food savers, the little shrink wrap machine that sucks the air out and causes the item that you're putting in the freezer to be airtight. It reduces the freezer burn.
Protects it longer.
Yeah, it protects it much longer.
Yeah.
So what we're going to try and do is go over a few items. Like, I love my food saver. There's a picture of it right now for it. And what I do is Kelly and I will go to Costco and we'll buy bulk meat, bulk carrots, bulk vegetables, and we freeze them in these pouches that you get from Food Saver with this machine. And I bought a pork tenderloin. There were 2 of them in one container for $58. I was able to get 15 meals. That's full meals for 2 of us. And you can't beat it. It's $3.80 for a meal. You pull the pouch out, you're able to throw it in in hot water. It will cook in the hot water, or you can cut it, thaw it, and then cut it and throw it on the barbecue or make it for stir fry. But what it does, or skewers. Yeah, we did skewers one night. That was with teriyaki sauce. Those were good, and fresh vegetables.
But it allows you to do portion size according to your family. If you only need to serve 2 people, then you serve 2 people. If you are serving 4 people, because really people don't like to eat leftovers. I mean, leftovers is like seeing, Frozen 2, which wasn't as good as Frozen 1. I mean, honestly,
Kelly.
Leftovers are not as good as the original.
Well, it depends. Porky's 2 is actually better than Porky's 1. Anyway, back to the subject.
Everybody knows what I mean.
Yes, we know. So what we've done is we've actually made menus, and so we don't sit there and have a lot of conversations. So what do you want to make tonight? Who's going to cook it? Who's going to do the kitchen afterwards? It's basically we take turns. And it's simple. You grab the pouch, you deal with it however you're going to deal with it. You can shrink wrap vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, put some butter in it as is, freeze it. Then you can stick the thing in hot water and it will steam itself in its own juice in the butter, and it'll come out unbelievably fresh. It's really super easy. So that's one of our suggestions, is get some sort of a machine like a Food Saver and use it to shrink wrap and pre-freeze meals. So the next portion of this is going to be on
Okay, during this stay-at-home time, quarantine, social distancing, shelter in place, we're not supposed to be going out to the store very often. So, sometimes you do have to go to the pharmacy if you're on a regular prescription. You run out of, groceries, butter, eggs, bread, hopefully not toilet paper or flour. But it's just trying to make sure when you're going to go out that you're asking your neighbor, especially we have several elderly neighbors, but then we have some other friends that are elderly, and I check on them because they're like single little ladies. And then, like my sister and my mom, we'll shop for each other because my mom can't, she's homebound. But that makes less trips and less people to the store, because then, one person is buying for maybe 3 people instead of all those people having to go to the store. And then you just leave the stuff on the front porch, or they come by and they pick it up. There's a lot of people trying to do shopping for others. Just, think about how you can help save somebody a trip if you do have to go out.
And it only makes sense. When we're all trying to work together, we're trying to all enjoy this journey together, and Lord knows it's been a complete change in everything in these last couple months with the COVID-19. Mm-hmm. But we need to work together to make it, enjoyable for all of us, not just yourself, but all of us. So enjoy the journey. And we have put our website, it's adoseofcommonsense.com. My email is on there. Kelly's email is on there. Please email us if you have any questions or comments about our video podcast. And there's one thing I want you to walk away from this, and that is we want you to enjoy the journey and use common sense when we're dealing with day-to-day life.
But be safe. Stay home, please.
Please. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.